Hey guys, Bhuvan here. How have you been? Now it's been really long since I last made my video and I've been pretty busy. Believe me, I've been trying to do this video for quite a while, but it's just that I've been caught up with so much work. But now that I'm here and it's always good to say hello to the community. So hi you guys, and hope you guys are doing fine. So I this video is primarily to give you some updates on the things that I've bought and acquired over the past few weeks since I last made my video, and this is divided in two parts. So I will talk about the Frederic Malle fragrances, and I will talk about some things that I have acquired. So like, most of my videos are not reviews, they are just my personal experience with that fragrance and what I felt when I first used that fragrance on my skin, and what were my reactions and what is my take on an opinion. So, and how this differs from a review is because review is more of a personal as well as a technical angle to the talk. So yeah, so let's begin with my experience. So I was pretty intrigued by this whole niche thing about the creeds and the Frederic Malle fragrances Bond number 9, and so I decided that I need to test Frederic Malle fragrances, because creeds, I have already given a try to some of their fragrances, the good ones, the famous ones. So I wrote an email to Frederic Malle, to his customer care service, and those guys were really good. They were prompt to reply, and they sent me 4 samples of their best-selling fragrances. Let me show you those. And along with these fragrances, they sent me a handwritten note, which I felt really nice reading it. It says, please find enclosed samples of fragrances of our collection and do not hesitate to contact us should you need any other information or more samples. So these guys are not stingy, they are not territorial when it comes to spraying, sharing fragrance. Yeah, because of course they are new to the market and they need to make a name for themselves. Of course, these perfumers are not new to the market, but the brand itself is relatively new and kind of unknown and expensive, so of course they would be good. But yeah, overall my experience with these guys was really nice. So the 4 fragrances that they sent were, the samples were the Musk Ravageur. Now Julio has talked about this, I guess Brandon too has talked about this. This is a good one. I would compare this with the Ocean Pacific. So you know that if you have smelled Ocean Pacific, this is the, I don't know which one this is, but this is the usual Ocean Pacific bottle. Very woodsy, very strong, very musky, and this thing smells 90% like Ocean Pacific. Just so that you guys know what this smells like. Doesn't work for me, it's way too heady, and I started getting a headache once I wore it, but that's me. You may like it, but you may want to sample it before you buy it. The other one they sent was their vetiver. Now every house makes a vetiver, and this vetiver has been done very nicely, but again I would say that the vetiver by Guerlain is way better than this. You better sample this before you buy this. It's really expensive. The other one which they sent was the Bigorod Concentré, and Brandon's been going gaga over this, and I can imagine why. So let's try and describe what kind of a fragrance this is. So simply put, if you were to make this fragrance, or rather if you were to like kind of experience how this thing smells, just take some mandarin oranges, let them rot for a day, squeeze them after a day, throw in some sugar, rather lots of sugar, throw in some bits of rose juice. I don't know whether you find rose juice in the market, but I think you do. and a bit of cedar wood, and throw the mixture on lots of ice, and that's precisely how this thing smells. Now this thing is completely unique. I haven't really smelled anything like this before, and I do share Brandon's excitement about this. But the thing is, am I ready to pay 150 bucks for something that lasts for only 3 hours, 4 hours? I don't think so. Or maybe I would think twice before investing my money into something as expensive as this. But it's good. It's really good. You haven't smelled this, guys. I mean, you haven't smelled this before. You have to sample this. The fourth one, which was simply outstanding, and in my opinion it's a complete underdog. It's not talked about, and it's really nice. It's the French Lover, and we will talk about this. Let's quickly have a little whiff of this thing on my skin. Now the initial impression is that of dirt, as if you're smelling dirt, but once you live through those 5 minutes, then you start getting the real feel of this thing, and this thing is really good. It's got a hint of citrus, it's got a hint of cedar wood, oak moss, and vetiver, and expensive vetiver. It's not the same vetiver that they've used in this. It's something else. And this is a true masterclass, I would say. Again, it lasts for around 4 to 5 hours on my skin, but if I were to invest in a Frederic Malle fragrance, this would be the only one that I would definitely buy. And of course I could invest in Bigger Earth concentrate as well, but the point is longevity, and I have dry skin, so that becomes a problem sometimes. Yeah, I mean, this is like sheer magic, guys. You have to try this. If you cannot get your hands on any one of the other three that I've talked about, make sure you get your hands on this. I surely recommend, very heavily I recommend this. So those were the Frederic Malle fragrances. By the way, this thing is starting to get even better now. Oh, this is amazing. Yeah, I could just probably talk about this for the next 10 minutes, but let's just move on. So the other things that I have acquired over the past few weeks, and because summers are approaching, it's already burning here in the New York state, so these things are going to come in handy. I bought Leau de Issey by Issey Miyake. I didn't have it, I bought it. I'm very happy with it, but I can't use it like, I have to use it just about once a week, because it's sweet, it's melony, and it can get cloying. It is strong, we all know that. So, but it's classy. It's really classy. So once a week. The other summer fragrance that I've bought is the Chanel Allure Homme Sport, and of course this is something that we all universally admit is good. Very fresh, lasts for around 5 to 6 hours. And the other unanimous choice, Versace or Fraiche. Ah, mind-blowing stuff. Mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And this was gifted to me by a very dear friend, and this is CKBE. It's a unisex fragrance. It's okay, let's try this. Oops, something wrong with the spritzer. Not a very good spritzer. Oh. So it's it has lots of flowers because it's unisex. It's got lots of flowers, lavender, rose, lots of sandalwood, cedar wood. So it's like it's a cocktail of flowers, and it's very sweet. But having said it's sweet, it is definitely wearable by a man, because the sweetness mellows down. It mellows down to the level which is just comfortable for guys, just comfortable for girls, so everyone can wear it. But again, it doesn't last for too long, but it's okay. I mean, once in a while, let's say this thing lasts for around 4 to 5 hours, acceptable. And something that I've just bought today is the Kenneth Cole Reaction. Now this one's a collection set that I bought. This one's the eau de toilette, this one's an aftershave, and this is a body spray. How it is supposed to be applied is that you first spray the body spray all over your body, let's say 3 or 4 or maybe 5 whiffs, because it's like very light.